For our team pursuit event, we ride literally just a centimeter apart from each other.
So we have 4 starters and then an alternate rider.
We have to have quite a bit of trust in our teammates. We know exactly what they're going to do, and we have to have trust that, they're going to not hit the wheel in front of them.
So probably the coolest part of the team pursuit that people see is the exchange. So when they rip up track and then come back down within inches of a wheel. And that's basically to create the most efficient team effort as possible. So having one person pull for 4 kilometers would obviously not be the fastest. So that's the way for the person who's on the front, once they've gone as hard as they can, they pull off and then they go back in the draft so they can rest. So that way they can recover and each person can pull at a higher intensity than they could otherwise.
When you first look at a track bike, the first thing people see is that we have no brakes.
People might think, oh, that's scary because you don't have brakes because you can't stop while someone slows down in front of you. Well, the person in front of you doesn't have brakes, so the only reason they're going to slow down is if they stop pedaling, which you can also do, because if you stop pedaling, then you slow down.
That's also part of the velodrome on why it's banked like that, is that's how you kind of can slow yourself down.
Because of how steep it is, you have to go a certain speed, and if you go too slow, you will fall off. So it's just really important to make sure you are going fast enough to stay on the track.
What we race on internationally is 250 meters. It takes about 15 seconds to get around each lap. So the helmets we ride are for aerodynamics. We want the air to go over us as smooth as possible.
Everything can come down to a 100th of a second, and aerodynamics are extremely important.
We have special shoes that clip in and are streamlined for aerodynamics.
Something that's pretty obvious that you can usually see is how cohesive the team is. Whether they're all tight together or whether they're kind of sprawled across the track.
You don't necessarily have to be the absolute strongest team, you don't have to be even the smartest team, but if you work together as a unit, compensating for each other's strengths and weaknesses, you will win.